There's the sunset. There's my feet, unpedicured on the bare earth. And here's me, really wishing I could wear sunglasses for this video. Hey everyone, good morning. It's almost 7 p.m. Okay, my sunglasses are actually lost in my hair. You can't even see that they're up there. I woke up today at a little before 10 o'clock, and I went to the gym. Okay, Periscope opened itself while I was recording, so that shut off my recording. And rather than being perfectionist and starting it over again, I will just stitch the videos together using Splice, which is a fine way to do it. I just don't like doing that, just because after you record, then you have to render the video on your phone, which takes a long time. But whatever. It's actually quite warm. It is not, I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's definitely not nice and cool. So I am just a tad warm, like 2 degrees too warm. It's 2 degrees over perfect. It is, let's see. So it is 84 degrees and about 35 minutes before sunset. So anyway, yeah, I went to the gym today. I was really hoping that my trainer was going to cancel on me. And then I was even thinking of just texting him and being like, I'm too tired. But I thought about you guys, and I thought, I'm trying to be a leader here. What kind of example am I going to set if I'm like, I didn't go to the gym today because I didn't feel like it. So instead I went to the gym. You know what I loved? I had, my trainer did this weird workout with me. He'll, rather than like, all right, do 10 reps of that, then a break, then 12 reps of that, then a break, then blah, 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 or whatever. Every single exercise he did was different. And it was all like core stuff. It was all like free weights and Bosu ball and kettlebell and ab ball and mat. And so, is it too dark now? There we go, that's better. So, and what I loved that really motivated the workout is that it wasn't like we went through the whole workout and then he's like, all right, now you're going to take a minute break and then we're going to do the whole thing over again. Because in my mind, what I was waiting for and dreading, someone is just smoking as much weed as they want to. As much as they want to, right by me. What is going on today? There are cops everywhere, and not only cops walking around, but there's some like NYPD boat rolling up. There are parks enforcement cops and these tiny little individual cars everywhere. And in fact, like from about a block away from the park, everywhere that you walk into the park, there's cops stationed and police barricades. I actually thought that this part of the park was going to be closed today. Anyway, I kept dreading the end of the workout when he was going to say, all right, we're going to take a minute break and then we're going to do that whole thing over again. It was doing the whole thing over again that I was dreading. And what was so awesome is that every single thing we did, we only did one time. So it was like about 45 minutes. We start usually with 10 minutes on the treadmill. It was about 45 minutes of just like doing new stuff that I hadn't done yet. And I keep tapping on my face in hopes of like darkening the video a bit. Oh, whatever, I'm a little bright. So I had a great workout. I feel great. And then I came back to my apartment. I grabbed my coffee. I did about an hour or so of social media before doing my morning pages. And then I fell asleep after my morning pages. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of tired. Before I go out, I'm going to do like a 20-minute nap. I fell asleep for over 4 hours. Like 4.5 hours. I remember I fell asleep for a short while, then woke up. I have a tailbone injury, so my tailbone was in pain from sitting upright on the couch. And so I was like, I need to lay down and let my tailbone rest because it's in pain. And I had some lovely dreams and some weird dreams, but like I got a full 4 hours of like REM sleep. And that's great, except I gave my word that I was going to meet a friend at a 5:30 protest today, and a protest right after, and do a recording session right after. I'm sorry, Michael Heron. Hopefully we can still record. You're welcome to still come over and record if that works. But like, not only did I not keep my word, but I also like wasted a whole day. Today, yeah, I was lazy Monday, I was lazy Tuesday. Today was like the last day for me to do all the stuff that I need to do today. Like I have a lot to do in preparation for Friday. I'm coaching this 7.5 month course starting Friday. And I have a lot to do in preparation for that. And so today is kind of like the last day to get it all done. And not that I can't. I'm going to go home right after this and get started on it. But I remember thinking, I have to meet Michael at 5:30. I shouldn't have said yes to that because I have all this work to do. But then I thought, no, having that deadline today will make sure that I get it done because I'm gonna have a ticking clock. I'm gonna have like 4 hours to finish everything, with velocity. But I didn't do that. I can go back and do it now. Though I have a friend who needs to talk to me. I'm not sure what about. I hope he's okay. So I do have a friend who's coming over probably around 9 o'clock. So, I'm gonna make this day work. And what's really funny is I get really easily overwhelmed. I very easily succumb to the idea that, I have too much to do. And then I'm bracing for it. And then I don't want to start what I have to do. And then once I do start what I have to do, I don't really start what I have to do. I'll sit there and look on Facebook and watch YouTube and whatever, thinking, all right, I'm just going to watch one more video, and then I'm going to jump right in. And then hours goes by, and I never do what I have to do. And then it's too late. And then I'm like, it's too late and I'm too tired. So now trying to do what I have to do is really arduous and tiring. So what I can do is just like go home, jump right in, get right on the work, just start getting it finished. And I'm sure it'll actually be a lot less work than I'm thinking it's going to be. The anticipation is always the worst part for me. So anyway, that's sort of my little check-in for today. I do want to talk to you guys about habits because a lot of you guys are writing in. Thank you. A lot of people are commenting and declaring what it is that they want to establish in this 30-day period. But I wanted to point something out. A lot of people are saying things like, okay, so my habit is I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna not eat junk food and I'm gonna, stop being so lazy and I'm gonna save the world and be a better person and change my life. And it's like, here's the thing about that. That's great. That's awesome that you're gonna do that. But I'm wondering how it's gonna get done. Because what I'm hearing from a lot of people is, great, my new daily habit that I want to add in to my day, each and every day going forward for the next, for the rest of this 30-day period is, I'm gonna not do this. Or I'm gonna stop doing that. Or I'm gonna try to quit this or try to quit that. We're not talking about quitting anything. We're not talking about stopping or changing or fixing anything. We're not talking about doing more of something or doing less of something. All of that is changing. That's all the language of change. And fill in the blank. The more things change, the more they... You're right. If you just said out loud or in your head, I hope you said it out loud at the screen. If you just said the more they stay the same, then you're right. The more things change, the more things stay the same. So rather than changing something, we're talking about adding something in. And I know for right now, it's not a lot that I'm committed to. It's not a lot that I've agreed to do for a daily basis. All I've agreed to do for a daily basis, in case I haven't clearly defined it, what I'm committing to here and now is do my vlog every day for 30 days, do my morning pages every day for 30 days, and come here to the pier and put my feet on the earth every day for 30 days. Even though I didn't do that yesterday, I made a choice to do something else. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not taking something away or changing or fixing or, you know, lessing or mooring. I am just adding something in. I'm adding in something healthy. There's this book I once read called Approaching the Natural by Sid Garza Hillman, or Sid Hillman Garza. Anyway, Sid Garza Hillman. And he talked about, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm gonna awfully paraphrase what he said, but he's like, I'm not talking about stop eating ice cream or stop eating junk food or start eating healthy. But, like, rather than crowding, you know, rather than, like, taking something out, just add something in, which thereby displaces the thing that you're trying to get rid of, you know? If all you do is eat ice cream and processed junk all day, all right, you can't start anywhere other than where you are. So why not add in one healthy raw green salad a day, you know? Like, see what happens if you add in, like, every day I'm going to eat a salad. Automatically, you're doing better, you know? By eating that salad, you're automatically eating a little less ice cream and a little less processed junk because you're allocating that stomach space to something else, right? So what I want you guys to do, if you haven't already, some of you have, but I want you to very clearly state what it is that you're adding in every day. I don't want to hear, I want to be healthier, or how are you going to measure that? How are you going to look back in 3 days and say, have I been healthier the last 3 days? You're not gonna. Unless, of course, what you're adding in is, I'm going to write down my meals every day for 3 days. Or I'm going to, you know, only eat raw food. I mean, which, please don't overwhelm yourselves. Don't choose something that terrifies you and overwhelms you. It should make your palms sweat a little bit, but not like, oh my God, I can't possibly do that, right? Not like I'm gonna jump out of a plane every day for 30 days. So, like, pick something that is doable that you can add in each day. So if you wanna be healthier, great. How are you gonna make that happen? Like, every day I'm gonna eat a salad. Or every day I'm gonna have breakfast. Or every night before I go to bed, I'm going to cook breakfast for the next day so it's ready to go as soon as I wake up. Or every morning I'm going to weigh myself. Or every morning I'm going to have 2 big glasses of water before my morning coffee. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm not talking about changing something. I'm not talking about hocus pocus kind of vague, nebulous language where you're saying you're going to do something, but you're never really defining what you're going to do. I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, right? Define very clearly what you can be held accountable for on a daily basis. What are you going to make happen regularly, every day, for the rest of this 30-day period? We got like 24 days to go, right? So just over 3 weeks. And I think they say it takes like 21 to 28 days to make something a habit. So if you just start now and finish out the rest of this 30-day series, you can make something a habit. So what is that habit you want to do? A lot of people are saying flossing. I just want to give a flossing update. By the way, this is going to be gross, and this is not going to make me look good, but I flossed yesterday for the first time. I have become a semi-regular flosser. And then I went on vacation and everything went out the window. So I flossed yesterday. I always floss in the shower. I do everything I can in the shower. If it can be done in the shower, that's where I do it. And I guess today is going to be a long video. I floss in the shower, especially because, like, look, this is like I said, it's gonna gross. Sometimes if you haven't flossed in a while, there's gonna be a lot of blood. And so there's a lot of blood, and so rather than like leaning over the sink and spitting that into the sink, or rather than that getting on you and oh my god, there's blood on me, just let the blood run where it wants to run. You know, you're in the shower, just floss and spit, and floss and spit, and floss and spit, and tear those gums up. So that was yesterday. I feel today like I flossed. I feel like I flossed yesterday. I feel great. Here's the other thing. If you don't floss regularly, here's what I want you to do. Floss. And like, after flossing your most painful spot, really scrape the side of that tooth with the floss. And then pick that floss up and smell it. Smell your floss. I know this isn't a fun topic. Smell your floss, and then contemplate that lives in your mouth. That smell is coming from your mouth. Even after brushing your teeth, even after chewing gum, even after using mouthwash, that smell resides, has a permanent residence in your mouth. Every time you exhale, every time someone kisses you, every time you're talking to someone closely, that smell is in your mouth. Have I motivated you successfully to floss every day? If I know that someone is going to be able to smell or taste my breath, I spend like 3 days prior flossing on a daily basis. Just so that I know my breath is going to be as fresh as possible. And I shouldn't have to do that. I should just floss every day and then it's never an issue, right? Here's the other thing. The other day, I was drinking a bottle of water. Maybe I already said this. I was drinking a bottle of water. I'm like, oh, this water kind of tastes and smells funny. So I went to the sink. I dumped out the bottle. I refilled the bottle with some hot water and soap and 1 squirt of bleach and shook it, dumped it out, rinsed it, refilled it with clean, fresh, pure water. And I was like, huh, this water still tastes like bad breath. Guess what, honey? It was not coming from the bottle. I know how gross that is, but like that's the extent of like not flossing. That's like what it does. That's how pervasive it is. So I flossed yesterday, and yet I can still kind of taste what I was tasting the other day. Like I can still kind of taste the need to floss again. So I'm gonna floss again today. I haven't showered yet. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna hop in a shower and floss. And here's what I do. This is going to be a little product placement here, but whatever. Most of you know, and I'll include the link in the comments, but most of you know about my Medieval Oil. It's a product that I make and sell. If you go to medievaloil.com, I have, you know what? If I stop the video here, then I can actually include a link. So let me do that. Okay, that sun is getting lower and lower. All right, so if you go to medievaloil.com, you can buy my Medieval Oil there, and I'll tell you just a little bit about what to do with it. First off, there's like 80 different things you can use it for. You can use it to cleanse the air if you or someone you live with is sick. You can use it as a disinfectant spray. You can use it as a mouthwash. You can use it on the bottom of your feet to boost your immune system. There's infinite ways you can use it. But what I like to use it for, it's the only breath freshener you'll ever need. You put like 3 drops of it on your tongue, swish your mouth around, and then swallow it, and then have a black iced coffee. And you know how like 5 minutes after that, 20 minutes after that, an hour after that, you'll have like permanent coffee breath all day? Well, if you do the Medieval Oil mouth rinse first and then swallow that, you will, after you have a coffee, like 5-10 minutes later, your breath goes back to smelling like cinnamon, lemon, clove, rosemary. Like it's incredible how long it keeps your breath fresh for, no matter what you do in between. So after flossing, I brush, then I floss really hard. Then I brush again with no toothpaste, just kind of getting the bristles in between all my gums. I just try to think like, how much can I bully my gums? I'm sure some dentist would be like, don't overdo it. Granted, I don't overdo it. But after flossing, I kind of go back in and kind of pick out in between my teeth with the toothbrush. And then I put medieval oil in my mouth, maybe like 3 to 5 drops, maybe even more if I want to overdo it. And then, and sometimes I'll even add a little bit of spearmint oil to the medieval oil if I want it to be a little mintier. So I did that yesterday, and then I swish that around. For the rest of my shower, I'll just swish that around in my mouth. So, your mouth will get really watery. I know you're only adding 3 drops of oil, but your mouth will start to water so much that you'll have like a full mouth, full of mouthwash, basically. It really causes your mouth to salivate, which helps clean your breath. And then swallow that, and then like that's in your stomach, like doing you so much good. So I feel like that really goes in between the gums and like really cleans stuff up. Especially with the cinnamon oil in that is strongly antibacterial and strongly antiviral. So like you are just really like making short work of cleaning up your breath and cleaning up your gums. So it's great for gum health. So if you've never tried it before, go to medievaloil.com. There should be a link. There should be a title right there if you type in that web address, or click on it in the description. Or if I'm super fancy, I'll add a clickable annotation on the screen. You can go to my site and you can buy that. I think I sell it for as little as $15 plus shipping and handling. So you can get like a small little trial bottle. Hi, hello. Look at you jogging. So yeah, try it and see what it does for you. I love when people buy it from me and then they have all of these different uses for it that I've never even heard of. They're like, I use it for this. I'm like, I never even imagined that. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to stop there. So let me know what you're committing yourself to for the rest of this 30-day period. And I think I've said enough about like how to make it clear and doable and make it something you're adding in rather than not, you know, rather than taking out or changing or fixing. And avoid language of change, you know, like language of like, I'm going to do more of this or I'm going to do less of this. Make it like, I'm going to do 20 push-ups every night before bed. I'm going to do 1 minute of mountain climbers every morning after waking up. You know, make it something that's measurable and definable and doable. Finally, I'm hitting my light because the sun is just now disappearing. So I'm going to share with you the last second of the sun here in New York. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. And here's the last second of sun. Goodbye, sun. Going down on New Jersey. Let me see if I can darken this up a bit and show you. Yeah, it just set. Right in the middle of your screen, right in between that building and those little steeples, the sun just set. I'm going to try to brighten this picture until it's about as bright as what I'm looking at. And I would say that's roughly it right there. That's roughly what I'm looking at. So anyway, goodbye and good night from New York. I love you guys. Again, like this video, comment, let me know what you're up to, subscribe if you haven't already, and pick a new friend. How great it would be for me if every single day you guys picked one new friend to share this with. I mean, how awesome would that be, right? Alright, there's a new button on the bottom right, which I've never seen before. I'm not quite sure what it does. So I'm going to click that button. I guess that button maybe splits the video into separate little... Yeah, I guess it just separates it into little video segments. But anyway. Alright, so, say goodbye. Say goodbye, everyone. I want you to say goodbye to your screen. Say goodbye to the ferry tourers. Whatever. Have a safe little tour. See, they heard you. They heard you. They said goodbye. They said goodbye back. All right. Seriously, guys. Bye.